Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Okay, so here's the origin story. This is day one of 31 days of the 10-year Ultimate 48-Hour Author celebration, and it's midday today, and of course on weekends I'm probably going to be in lots of random spots. So I thought I'd come on live while my mum and my daughter are picking up some pajamas for our Japan trip in the snow. So a lot of people say, why are you guys called Ultimate 48-Hour Author? Like, what is it, how does it all happen? And, we don't understand. Or, or sometimes people who have been part of the program, they kind of go, well, it takes a lot longer than 48 hours. So I'll tell you the origin or the backstory as to where it came about. Hey, to everyone that is watching, it is a midday. Letting you guys know I'll be doing a live every day at midday Melbourne time. We have actually changed our clocks forward last night. So every day for the next 31 days I'm doing a live around the backstory, around some of the funny things that have happened with Ultimate 48-Hour Author, and celebrating the 10 years. The first retreat was in October 2013. It's now October 2023, and we're having a massive month of celebrations, as well as great promotions for our in-house and brand new authors looking to join our program. So here's my mum and my daughter. So guys, please sit down. I've got to finish my live because it is the celebrations for 10 years. So be patient. I need 5 minutes of your time, and then we can go home. All right, so this is like how it's going to be on the weekends, right? All right, so the origin story, how did it come about? Well, it was the start of 2013, actually. No, it wasn't. Yeah, yes, it was. It was the start of 2013 when Donna and I decided to go away on a weekend to write half a book each. So Ninja Couch Marketing was a book that we decided to write on a weekend, and to take it, to touch type, because she could touch type and I could touch type, and she was going to write 6 chapters and I was going to write 6 chapters, and we were going to work really, really, really hard on a weekend in around January 2013. So we started planning at end of 2012, and so as we were getting ready for this weekend away, I decided that I would interview a social media expert for chapter 13, because the book was all about marketing your business from the couch. And so I went to interview Daniel, and I found myself really with carpal tunnel syndrome trying to write down all his answers that he was giving me. And I decided that, hey, I've seen people who interview others record them on the phone, like record the audio. And so I asked him if I could record the interview, and I did. I was happily finished in 20 minutes. I got home, and I don't know if you guys have ever tried to transcribe anything in your life, but it is so damn slow and boring. And then I realized that there must be people who do this for a job. So I went on a website called Upwork.com, which still exists, hired a transcriptionist, and for $20 they transcribed this 20-minute interview. When it came back to me, I realized that, oh my God, this is like awesome. Like, I wouldn't even change anything. It sounds like him, the way he expressed himself, the way he shared his expertise. So all I did is tidied up the transcription, and then I cut and pasted it into the manuscript, not realizing what I had just kind of unraveled. And as Donna and I were preparing to go away on this weekend, and she came to my house, and I had this run sheet of a schedule of what we were going to do. We were going to type for 90 minutes, we're going to have a 15-minute break, we're going to type. And then as I was talking about this, I stopped and I go, why are we typing? Why can't we speak out our book? Because we already spoke on webinars and we had workshops we hosted together, and these topics we were going to speak on were like really second nature, like the topics that we're going to write in the book. And so we decided, I did the maths. I worked out that if we speak for 17 to 20 minutes per chapter over our 12 chapters, we'll get those 40,000 words down on paper, and then we could tidy them up and clean them up. And thus we went away on the weekend, and it's actually like, often I think about, the full content delivery of that book, half each, only actually took 3 hours. It didn't take 48 hours because if you did the maths of 17 to 20 minutes per chapter over 6 chapters, let's say we took half an hour because we took a drink of water or whatever and paused or unpaused our recordings, we literally had a girls' weekend away. I'm going to tag Donna in this video and she can comment on some of her, I guess, well, how she remembers it actually happened. Maybe she can share with us, but we had a girls' weekend away. We had dinner, massage, shopping, all of those things girls like to do. And in the 3 hours that I spent executing my 6 chapters, and that was it. And then we ordered a illustrated cover from Serbia from a guy who we hired also through Upwork. And 72 days later, the book was in our hands. So the 72 days was where the publishing was happening, where, you know, Stuart actually, the real truth is that my husband Stuart cleaned up the transcriptions on my behalf because I was busily consulting and doing one-on-one. And he went into editing and layout and all that, and 72 days later it was in our hands, the actual physical copy of Ninja Couch Marketing. So then a few months later, as Donna was doing some working at PJ's Days, I thought, you know, if she does that, what the hell do I stand for? And then I was kind of got my brain thinking that that maybe if I can do half a book in 3 hours, I could probably guide people to do a whole book if I gave them 7 speaking hours. So 6 hours for 12 chapters, so half an hour per chapter, and then introduction and afterward would be the 7th hour. Then I could teach them marketing and sales and feed them and water them, which was the first concept, was obviously to take them away on a retreat, and that's why we called them Ultimate 48 Hour Retreats. Now, something not many of you probably know is that Donna, myself, and one of my clients at the time, Nicole, 3 of us actually began this journey. We actually ran a couple of promotional webinars, and this whole idea was that we wanted to make it all-inclusive. So all-inclusive of the publishing, the accommodation, the meals. Like, we really wanted an end-to-end service. And so those 2 girls were part of the beginning of the journey. However, you know, kind of things, you know, they went on their own direction in terms of what they wanted to do in their own businesses, and I kind of was left with, I guess, executing the first retreat, and I just kind of took it from there. Actually, Nicole was a participant at the very first retreat, and she wrote her first book, but I was the one that kind of took it on and continued to nurture it and grow it and build it. Donna's still very successful business owner in her own right, in things that she does, you know, in the virtual assistant world. You know, she's been in business longer than me. I think, gosh, she can tell us maybe down below in the comments. She's been probably around for a good 20 years and doing her own thing, and lives in the country. We used to call ourselves business wives. We were very, very close for a few years. Yeah, just love her, love the memories of where that all came about. So that's a bit of the origin story, and me on this Sunday, 1st of October, our first of 31 days of this October 10-year celebration of Ultimate 48 Hour Author. If you have not been to our seminar, famous seminar that has run more than 400 times in the last 10 years, come on in live. We still do it live to this day, even though it's on Zoom. So next one's happening on Tuesday, 3rd of October, 9 to 11:30 a.m. Melbourne time, which, as I said, Melbourne has changed their clock. So if you're in Queensland, it'll be 1 hour earlier. If you are in WA, it'll be 3 hours earlier. And if you're on the other side of the world, PST, it'll be Sunday at 5 p.m. PST and at 8 p.m. EST. I'll post the links, or if you guys want to chat to me about, even if you have been part of my community, haven't out the internet dropped out for a second. But what we're doing for the month of October, we're doing 10% off all of our products and services, aside from Ultimate packages having $1,000 off. Massive savings. We've never done that before. It's 10% for 10 years. If you want to chat to me, I'll post my chat link below as well. But hope you enjoyed the origin story, and I'll tag Donna in it so she can comment of how she remembers the experience. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, midday, same time, same place. Bye.